All right, Kevin Maloney, Trenton Times, Rob Redis, head football coach at Lawrence High. Rob, off to the 2-0 start. Congrats.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You got Pemberton the first week, 40-13. Bounced back last week with a 41-0 win over Florence. Offense has been plentiful.
We've been fortunate. I think some things fell our way when you open a game against Florence with the opening kickoff for a touchdown. It kind of gets things rolling there. But offense has been good, defense has been better, and special teams have been solid. So we're hoping to keep it going. It's only 2 games in. We've got a long way to go, long road ahead. So,
well, you knew coming this season because you returned a lot of your skill guys from last year that the offense was going to be there, and you had the skill guys, namely Samaya Mitchell, Cameron Kitchen, Nick Falkenberg. We'll get to those guys in a minute. But, I mean, they've had to exceed the expectation, at least points-wise, through the first 2 weeks.
Well, I think our approach was that we had lost so many tight games last year, and we wanted to do something different about it. So we worked, a little overboard in the summertime, and we went 4 days a week all summer long and entered 7-on-7s and did everything we possibly could to get ready for the season, and worked really hard on our passing game in the off-season. So we thought that these guys with seniors, that they should understand that, we don't want to let the close one get away from us, and that's kind of our task for them, is to play 4 quarters and to win a tight one. If you do that, it's a heck of a year. So, like you said, we're happy to be 2-0, but we know there's a lot of football left to go.
Samaya Mitchell, 32 carries, 212 yards, 6.6 yards carried, 3 touchdowns through 2 weeks. Nick Falkenberg, 22 for 28, very efficient, 450, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. So you have to love what you've seen, the efficiency from the passing game, and obviously Samaya running the football.
Well, Nick's really matured as a passer. He worked with Scott Bruner in the offseason, and I think it really has paid dividends. I think he understands the game a little better, and is mechanically speaking, he is just so much more sound. So those things are really attributed to him, really doing a great job at seeing the open receiver, not forcing the ball and doing the things he needs to do. Samaya and Cameron and Lester and Ray Sean, those guys are fun guys to be around because they all want the ball, and they have to be playmakers. And we always tell them, just keep being a playmaker, it'll come your way. So it's a good thing. It's a good problem to have.
Well, and none of what the skill guys are able to do is not able to happen without the offensive line, the guys up front. So I'm sure you've liked what you've seen from those guys up front through 2 weeks.
Well, you got to remember, 4 out of 5 of those guys are returning starters. So our 2 guards, our center, and our tackle are all varsity letter winners last year and starters. So it was just a matter of replacing one spot on that offensive line and replacing a receiver spot. So we really were a dominant senior group on offense. Defensively, we had to replace a few other kids, but I think they've stepped in nicely and are doing a nice job playing within the system. So we're real happy about that.
Yeah, you've outscored the opposition 81-13. So defensively, you have to like what you've seen thus far.
It's early, like we said about offense and special teams. It's early, but we certainly like what we've seen so far. We like our attitude and we like our aggressiveness to the ball. And I think if we can keep doing those things, good things can happen.
You're going to get a test tomorrow night, going down to Burlington Township. They're also 2-0, coming off a win against Holy Cross last week. They beat Willingboro in week 1. Yeah, check that. You have Lauren, and then that follows up with Ewing, I believe. But Burlington Township, what have you seen from them?
They are just loaded with athletes. They have about 85 kids on the sideline. They are athletic. They are no huddle on offense. They do some really nice things on defense. So we know our hands are full. They're clearly the best team we've seen so far in all our scrimmages and games. And I told the kids, if you think you're a good football team, we'll know tomorrow night. At the end of the night tomorrow night, we'll know what kind of football team we are. So we're looking forward to the test. It's definitely going to be a challenge for us being on the road and going against a football team with a caliber. But that's what we want to see, how we are. How are we really going to be this year?
Well, Rob, appreciate a few minutes. All the best tomorrow night and the rest of the season.
You got it. Thanks, Kev. Appreciate it. Thank you for doing this, guys.